It's patch day, baby. Woo! Welcome back to SkillCapped. My name is Jack, and today, right now, as we speak, patch 2.04 and the brand new act are live. With that, Astra makes her debut in Valorant, and once again, Ranked is receiving huge changes, so you won't want to miss out on this video. Getting right into the patch notes, we have our agent updates, which, as you can see here, is a bit Spartan this time around. We have Astra being introduced, and that's looking to be about it. I'm certainly bummed that we didn't get any balance shifts this time around, but it is what it is. Astra is our newest controller, and since we did our last video on her, there is some new info about her that I'll throw in here because we really have nothing else to talk about. Before the patch launched today, a bunch of pro players and content creators, not me, got a chance to play the new act early, and the pros, being as crafty as they are, quickly found out every little thing they could about abusing Astra's kit to the fullest, and a bug was found amongst them. I'll just have this clip from G2 Mixwell play in the background, but you'll see it pretty quick. When in Astra's astral form, you pretty much can't see any details because you can fly anywhere around the map, except, for some reason, the spike. You can see the spike planet in real time, and see if someone is defusing it or not. This is incredibly, unquestionably, unequivocally, indubitably, without a single shadow of a doubt, overpowered, and most pros agree that if Astra ships with this feature intact, then she would be busted regardless of her kit, and unfortunately she has. Luckily, Riot have already confirmed that this will be changed, they just couldn't get it done in time for this patch. So yeah, that's a thing, that's a dog in the background that we'll just have to deal with for a bit. But it is what it is, so let's head into the rest of the patch notes. But, wait, real quick, we do have our question of the day. No, not so fast. Are you guys going to be maining Astra this act? Or are you not really interested in playing controllers in general, or giving up the Brim or Omen lifestyles you may have already adopted? Let me know in them comments down below. Personally, I think I will be playing quite a lot of Astra, because like Riot said, I do love me some Galaxy Brain stuff quite a lot. And, that really does appeal to me. But that's just my opinion. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Moving on, we got some game mode updates. Escalation had a big issue on Bind, where players would just camp in the teleporters. So prior to this patch, Riot had lowered the weight of Bind in the queue so the players would play it less while they developed a fix. That fix is now live. The teleporters on Bind during Escalation only, gotta be very specific here, are now permanently open to prevent camping. To go with this, Bind's pick rate has been returned to the even weighting it previously had. Gotta love when people find new and unique ways to break game modes. As someone who plays his fair share of Destiny 2 in my spare time, I know this all too well, so good change, Rito. With Escalation saved, Riot once again turned their eyes to Ranked. A bunch of the changes detailed in previous Riot articles are in fact going live today. Placements have been changed if you have already done them this episode. Instead of once again having to do 5 placement matches, you'll only need to do 1. If you haven't gotten a rank at all this episode, however, then you'll have to do the normal placement process. To go along with this, your rank will no longer be lowered at the start of a new act. This would have been Plat 3 for all Diamond Plus players previously. However, to maintain the integrity of the top 500 leaderboards, Radiant and Immortal players will keep their current spots, but have their ranked rating points reduced by 90%, and all Radiant players are put down into Immortal so that you have to reprove yourself as a Radiant level player. Good lord, I hope that made some sense, because to me, this was worded very weirdly by Riot. Radiant is getting one further change this patch, where you achieve that rank, you will also need a minimum amount of ranked rating as well as being in the top 500 players. This is probably to prevent cheaters or smurfs from instantly catapulting up the leaderboards and having to instead do a minimum amount of work to place Radiant. These requirements are different region to region, and I'll just put them on screen for a few seconds for those interested. And the weird competitive jargon only continues here. The web version of the leaderboard is disabled at the start of the act for maintenance, so no flexing on everyone for 24 to 48 hours. Later this patch, Riot are reducing the total amount of average ranked rating per win or loss by 5 points. They say this is to help prevent a player from getting their rank above their hidden MMR and thus making it harder to get them fair matches. Going along with this, the demotion logic for players is being changed to 70 ranked rating from 80 ranked rating, which I believe means when you rank down you start at 70 points instead of 80? I really don't know. But we're in luck because I do understand what happens next. In ranked games, the ranks of the other players in the lobby will not be displayed in Agent Select or during the match, only at the end of the game. This is to help prevent toxicity. This is straight out of Counter-Strike, it's a good system, and I'm glad Riot are taking advantage of it. Yeah, I know people like to really bring up the, oh, Riot are just copying Counter-Strike meme. You know, that happens a lot within the community, but copying objectively good systems is still a good thing. That's why games tend to copy each other a lot, because universally good ideas are just universally good. Also live in 2.04 is the laxing of the competitive queue restrictions, allowing players up to the end of plat to be able to play with friends who are lower ranked than them. So Riot gave us a graphic here to explain the new changes, and let's take a look at it and understand how the restrictions taper off. So as you can see here, starting at the top left, if you were all the way down in Iron 3 but you got a friend in Silver 1, well, you can now queue together. Basically, you see the larger red lines on this graphic? Those are the lowest rank that can be in the party. And if you follow that line to the right, the red dot is the highest ranked person that could queue with that person. So Silver 3s can queue with Gold 1s, Gold 3s can queue with up to Plat 1s, and from there it starts to taper off. Plat 3 players can't queue with anything higher than a Diamond 3 player, and it gets even more strict as you get closer to Immortal to prepare you for the solo duo queue only restrictions. Great change from Riot here, and hopefully more people can get the boys together for some good old fun in Valorant. And that's all the changes we got for competitive this time around, so let's jump to quality of life. With patch 2.04, the tactical voiceover system is being introduced to help with players who can't verbally communicate. Riot have made the agent callouts for certain events more specific, taking into account a map-specific super regions, as Riot put it. So what would previously have been just a spike spotted or enemy spotted callout would now denote a bomb site if it was near enough, or other major map location like mid or spawn. This obviously won't completely replace the value of voice communications, but will definitely be a nice change for those games where no one wants to or can speak. Also, as another piece of accessibility, you can enable in your settings to place these tactical voice-over lines into your text chat. Great inclusion by Riot. And finally, for our last patch note, medium to high spec PCs will have a 3% on average FPS boost in 10-player game modes, which is very nice. I really needed my 900 average FPS to go to 902, so we are now chilling. Thank you, Riot. And with a new patch and a new agent comes new opportunities to climb the ranks and eventually grab a spot on those coveted leaderboards. Head to SkillCapped.com today to get access to our complete improvement platform from the best guides, tips, and tricks to help every facet of your game get the rank you've always wanted at the link down below. With that, that's all we have for today. A little PSA for anyone out there who might be looking to purchase the Prime 2.0 skin bundle. Take a closer look at the Karambit knife. In its unupgraded state, it actually has the iconic Karambit twirl animation for drawing it, but that is replaced with a different animation when it is upgraded, and currently you cannot downgrade a skin once you've unlocked its upgrades. So just double check that you are getting the animation you want before you make your purchases, because people are already on Twitter very angry that they can't go back to the other animation they may prefer. But other than that, it's a new act, it's a fresh competitive grind. I wish you all the best of luck out there today. Let me know how you're feeling about this patch so far if you've gotten a chance to play in those comments down below. And while you are down there, make sure to like and subscribe as well for more premium news and guides just like this one, with one goal in mind: helping you become a better player. We here at SkillCapped would like to thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Peace!